Hi everybody, this is Erica with Look What's in My Hoop, and this is my daughter Haley. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Today is May 3rd and we're here with Flosstube number 15. It's been about a month, of course, since my last video. That's my typical time frame for putting out videos. But I just wanted to say welcome to anyone new that's viewing, and thank you to those who keep returning month after month. I'm starting to recognize a lot of names now when people are leaving comments, so I really enjoy seeing that people are coming back to watch me share my little corner of the world and my sparkly little kid here. She's gonna help me for just a couple minutes first thing in the video, and then she's got other things she wants to go do. So can you sit, babe? Remember last time we fell? I have a ton to share. Oh my gosh. And I wanted to get a video in because if you've watched my last video, you might remember that we are leaving soon for Florida to go down and see my stepson graduate, which is super exciting. And my work schedule has been crazy. Today is literally the only day that I can record, and I wanted to do it before we left versus getting back. But I'm super excited because I worked yesterday, and now I have I had a terrible stretch. For those of you that don't know, I'm a nurse. I work very long shifts, 12, 13, 14 hours. And I just did a whole bunch of days in a row, which is exhausting. So don't mind the baggy eyes, the dark circles. I am very tired. But I have 16 days off now because I took a couple PTOs and just the way it worked out. So I'm super excited to have a long break. So anyways, I'm going to dive right in. So hopefully this video isn't super long again. The first thing I wanted to show you was a finish I had showed as a finish last week or last month, and it really wasn't. I had a little bit of stitching left to do, and I had ordered a frame for it. So this is Spring Fling by Brenda Gervais, and Haley wanted to hold it. Sorry for the ring light. Maybe if we hold it like this, honey, is probably the best. So I'm going to move it a little closer, okay? This isn't, I just stuck it in here. It's not finished. I actually think I might take it to someone and have them finish it. 'Cause, you know, I'm just not good at this stuff. But the frame itself is from Signed and Numbered on Etsy. I really liked the white with the dark. I thought the dark border, you're sticking out your tongue, brought out these sweet little robins. And that's my stitching. This was 1/2 on 32 count vintage rose. I don't have the pattern out with me, but I don't know. I really like this. I might even leave it up for a little while. I know that Easter has passed, but I just think this is the cutest. And the robins are definitely reminiscent of springtime. So, but again, like I said, I might take it to someone to have it professionally framed in this frame because I do like the way it looks. The only thing I wish, and I'll talk about this a little bit more, is that I forget what color this was. Oh, Magnolia Blossom, I think by Classic Colorworks. I do wish the coverage was a little bit better. I don't know if it would have made a difference if I had used DMC 1/1. So if I have another project that's white and I only want to use one thread. So if anyone has an idea of some kind of thread that is a little bit thicker than this so that it shows up better, let me know. What are you doing? Oh, chapstick. Let me know in the comments below because I really would like to get some ideas for other things that I could use for another project I'm going to show you in a bit. But there's a lot of weight stitching in that too. But otherwise, I really love this. It's the sweetest. I'm going to leave it up for a little bit. This is just the back. You can see there's little hangers they put on and this little backing, and then these little tabs push in. But again, the framer that I go to, I've asked her before if I bring in a frame, if she can finish a piece, and she said yes, as long as the frame is well made, which this is. They're very popular on Etsy. So I was excited to get that done. Okay, honey, you can use that. Go ahead. Do you want to say bye? Say bye-bye.
No, I want to show them my PC.
Oh, she wants to show you her computer. I told her she could have computer time so Mommy can do this video without too many interruptions, hopefully. Okay, go ahead, honey. Love you.
I wasn't going to play on it. I was just
Oh, you're just going to show them. Okay. So I have quite a few finishes. Start and a finish and quite a few, well, I should say a couple finishes. I decided last minute to stitch Heart and Hand Easter Bird. I've had this pattern for a while, just stuffed in my stash, and I figured it's a pretty quick stitch. I started this on a whim a couple days before Easter, and I think I actually finished it Easter morning, so I left it in the hoop and I set it out for the day. Honey, can I have this?
It smells like dog biscuits in here.
Oh yeah, because I have the box.
Box.
Yes. So this is my finish. I just used the called for DMC. This is the called for button. I think I ordered the button right on 1, 2, 3 stitch. And it came out really cute. It was really quick. I started this a couple days before Easter. My middle daughter, Tara, had an, oh, God bless you, had an appointment. We had to have like a series of x-rays done. And the place that we had to do it was about 45, 50 minutes away. So I decided to stitch in the car. Is anyone a car stitcher? I had a terrible time. I just couldn't do it. I live in the country. The roads are not perfectly smooth, so I don't know if that was the problem. I also started to get a little bit car sick, so I don't think car stitching is for me. But it's okay. It came out good. Good enough for me. So that was one finish. But what do you guys think? How should I finish this? It's so tiny. I don't know. Should I put it in a little teeny tiny frame, or I don't know that I want to make an ornament out of it. A little frame.
Tiny frame.
I could do that. All right, honey, back up a little bit. Mommy's got to move this stuff over. So that was my whim, my stitching whim this month. This pattern I really wanted to get fully finished, and I just did not because it's just been very busy. You want to hold that up? This is Stacy Nash Animal Crackers. This is Jenny the Robin. I started this after my last video.
Speaking of animal crackers, I want some.
We do have animal crackers this time. If you remember my last video, for those of you that saw, she really wanted animal crackers, and I said the next time we got groceries. They're way up in the cupboard though, honey. I don't think Mommy can get them. You can ask Daddy to get them down if you want. If he's not on the phone, listen for if he's on the phone. So I bought her animal crackers. Of course, now she wants them again. I was hoping to have this fully finished. That didn't happen, but I did get it stitched. And I love it. So sweet. I have a really great finishing idea for this. I'm so excited to share. I'm hoping when we get back from our trip, I will have another 7-8 days off of work. So I'm hoping to get this finished during that time frame, and I'll have it for my next video. I forget what this is stitched on. It's stitched on the called for. Oh, R&R Reproduction Vintage Homespun. And I did use all of the called for colors, which were Gentle Arts. Yeah, all Gentle Arts.
They're not even in the cupboard. They're literally on the brown table.
Oh, good. You can get them then. Thank you.
But I literally wanted to pour them in the bowl.
No, you'll make a mess, honey. It's okay. Just use your hand and scoop some out. Or bring it here and I'll do it. So this is Jenny. There is this little tiny nest with a couple of eggs. I was thinking maybe of, I'm going to make this into a stand-up, and I was thinking of maybe stitching it on the back side, just at the bottom, because it's really cute. I'm not sure what else. I don't know that I want to make it in its own separate little piece. So we'll see. She was super fun to stitch. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. If you don't, take a look if you want. It's Instagram at Look What's in My Hoop. And this dress, I swear to God, it took me 5 years to stitch it. It just never wanted to end. I felt like I was doing it over, oh gosh, every day. But, so that's a finish. This was my favorite one this month that I stitched. I just loved it. I can't wait to do more. I have the snowman one. There's a boy one and a girl one. The girl one's Paisley, I think. Oh, Whitaker. Is it Whitaker? I can't remember. But I do want to stitch those. And I have a little dog called Scarlet that I'd like to stitch. Those are super, super fun. Honey, no one wants to see you eat. Stop right now. Thank you. So this was a start I had shown last month, Tulip Festival by Brenda Gervais. This stitched up really quick. I was surprised. It was surprising how quick it stitched up, and I even had to frog out a lot, and it still was really quick. This is stitched on 32 count Ren, and I did 1/2 with the called for colors. I don't know about that bow. It said to use all of the strands of floss, but I think I might take 2 or 3 out and just use, I don't know, 3 or 4.
I don't know about the bow either.
Yeah, it looks a little thick to me. So, my little expert over here. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to finish this, but it's done. Maybe I'll try to finish this, come up with a good idea when I'm on break here too. And this, if you remember, I had talked about swapping out the colors for the stems of the flowers and the flower. The called for colors are Weeks Dye Works Olive, Gentle Arts Mulberry, and Classic Colorworks Tennessee Red Clay. These were the called for. Honey, please don't. And when I started to, see, they look nice here, but when I actually started to stitch them, I didn't care for it. So I ended up frogging everything out, and I used Oscar, Weeks Dye Works Oscar, which I only have a couple threads left of. And then I used for the flowers, Classic Colorworks Red Currant and Wild Berries. So that's the 2 colors I used. And these were the called for. Both really pretty. So that's what it looks like. I kind of wanted a little bit more of a purple red color than like the brown red. So I love that. I was glad to get that one finished. Actually, I think that was my last, yeah, that was my last full finish. Hey, you need to stop right now. Go in the other room. I'll show you what I worked on for WIPs. I have 2 WIPs that I worked on and then another new start. I did decide to pull out my Heart and Hand by Brenda Gervais. I started this sometime last year. I can't remember when. And I really like it. I don't know why I don't work on it consistently. These are the called for colors. Really pretty. It's Classic Colorworks. I think some Gentle Arts, Weeks Dye Works. That blue is so pretty. I cannot wait to stitch that color. And I didn't make a whole lot of progress, but I'm still going to count it as progress. I am stitching this on the called for. It's 35 count Dove, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure. But I finished one of the little birds at the top and the little berry that he's holding. And then I came down over here and I started to stitch those berries. This really is so pretty. I love working on it. So I know I've said it before, but I am going to make this a bit of a focus. So pretty. Love that. The color's kind of getting washed out between the light in here and my ring light. It looks gray here, but it's actually a greenish color. Just really pretty. And I'm stitching this 1/2 on the 35 count. Try to keep these all together. And then I picked up, I really was hoping to get this one done. It did not happen. I got a little angry with it, and it was put in timeout for a little bit. This is the Pink Sparrow Sampler. I've been working pretty consistently on this for the last, I think, 3 months. I was hoping to get the top half of it done. It didn't happen. But this is really pretty. I can't wait to finish this and have it framed and up on my wall. And this is stitched on 36 count Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim. And this is how far I've got. So this last month I have, I need an extra set of hands. I need my Haley back. I stitched the top half of the border, like this whole part here, and this row of the alphabet, and all the flowers, of course. But I had messed up when I decided to take the border all the way around. I could not get the border to meet up, and then I ripped it out. I tried again. I was trying to figure out where the mistake was, and I spent hours trying to figure out where I screwed up. I must have screwed up somewheres down here and didn't realize it because but I wasn't about to rip all of that out. So I had to add a couple extra stitches, like one here, one up here, and I'm hoping it doesn't mess with the overall design of the piece when I'm all done. So after that, I almost threw it in the garbage. I was so upset, which is foolish. Out of all the things to have to worry about and get upset over, cross-stitching should not be one of them. That is not a major life event to be that upset over and waste all that time and energy. But it did get put in timeout, and I picked it up, I don't know, on just a few nights ago. I think Sunday I picked it up, and I finished up the flowers and I put the alphabet in, and I'm happy with that. So I'll keep moving forward with this as well. Love that. And then I feel like I'm flying in this video. I don't have that much more to show. And then I also started this design by the Trilogy Easter lineup. I love this. It is so cute. You know, Easter was last month, so of course I was all into the spring and Easter stitching, which I hope everyone had a really nice holiday if you celebrate, or if not, I still hope you had a nice day. I am using the called for DMCs, not the overdyes. I don't know, there's several colors it calls for, and 14 or 15, and I didn't have a single one of the colors, so I just used DMC. And this is my progress so far. I am also stitching this on 32 count Ren, 1/2. I did change up some colors, so I'll talk about that a little bit. I'll kind of show this. So this bunny, let me find my thread. This thread and, oh, this one. And Okay, I think I've got them all. So the bunny, this bunny here, and this row of baskets. So the bunnies and the row of baskets. The brown, you know, supposed to be an over-dyed, but the DMC color is 3864, and I did not like it. I stitched this bunny originally in this color, and I was like, I don't really know about that. I moved up, and you can see that's the color that it's called for, and I really did not like it. I left it in because I just wanted to show everybody the difference. And in hindsight, I kind of wish I had, you know, purchased the overdyes, but it's such a small piece. I don't know, I guess I just didn't want to bother. And I love DMC, so I ended up swapping some colors out. I don't like this one, so I'm not going to use that at all. But the bunnies here are going to be this Valdani Antique Gold. I think it's called Antique Gold. Yep, Antique Gold Medium. And this is the color that I used for Jenny, the robin. And I just thought it was so pretty, and it happened to be right there. So all these bunnies will be this antique gold color. And I do like that better. And then the baskets, which were also supposed to be that lighter DMC, I swapped out for a darker brown, and that is 610. And I like that better. So this is a really sweet, I have a few of these trilogy patterns. I know there's an autumn, there's a Halloween, a winter. I think I have a spring one. They're really cute. I might actually bring this with me to try and stitch on the plane. It doesn't take a lot of thought, and it's compact, so I might bring this with me to stitch. It's really cute. I wanted to get one little motif done so that I could show everyone, but I didn't quite make it. So I started working on this rose or flower a little bit this morning, but I didn't get to finish it. And then I'm saving my favorite part, this chocolate bunny with the little bite taken out of it, for last. And it says yum. I don't know, it's so funny. It gives me the biggest kick. So that is my other new start for this month. Oh, and the other thing is, I get so confused sometimes. I had all the DMC. I had to buy a couple, it's no big deal, but I had most of the colors. And this green that it calls for is 3051, that border green. And I had it all in my little kit put together here. But for some reason, when I went to stitch, I didn't see the color. I couldn't find it. I'm like, I know I have it. So I ended up just grabbing another green, and I used 937 instead. It's a little bit brighter. I kind of wish I had used the called for because it's a really pretty color. But that's okay. I wasn't about to rip out that whole border and restitch it. So that was a new start, really fun. I love those trilogy pieces. I can't wait to do more. I was working on it this morning, so I left it right in the hoop. And honestly, it might stay in the hoop because I think I'm going to take it on the plane. We leave tomorrow, and nobody's packed. I have Haley packed. I packed Haley this morning. My other two daughters, we haven't packed. I haven't packed. My husband's on his own. He's a grown man. He can pack himself. So much to do, but I had to do this video, so here we are. Sorry, my nose always itches when I do a video. The next pattern I started, I mentioned the last video that I wanted to start. Samantha with the Hugo Stitcher on Flosstube and Instagram started this, and it's so... I held off because I said, oh, I really do not need another pattern. I do not need another start. And then her last video, I said, I just have to do it. So it's by Lila Studio, Spring Quaker. Really cute. Now I started stitching this using the called for fancy floss, which are super pretty. But I have to tell you, I think I want to switch to the DMC, which I had all of the DMC. I think there's a couple missing out of here, but you can see some of these colors are really pretty. And I think the reason being is because when I started to stitch this, sorry, I gotta fix my needle. And I'm stitching it on 36 count Cafe Owlette by Fiber on a Whim. When I started to stitch this, and I didn't iron, so I apologize, the ABC and that Quaker motif are very similar in color. I don't like how there really isn't any distinction. But when you look at Samantha's, she is stitching with DMC, and it's, you know, more of a contrast. So I might actually just turn my fabric around and start stitching with the DMC. I do love this. This is not a priority stitch for me. I would love to just put a little bit in here and there and maybe have it done, you know, a year from now for springtime. Really cute. Lila Studio did come out with a summer Quaker at market. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. It's so cute. I am not planning on stitching it just because it doesn't really go with my decor. I don't live by the beach or any body of water unless you count creeks or lakes. We're in upstate New York, so the beach is a little ways away from us. And it doesn't really fit the decor of my home, but I cannot wait. I'm assuming, but I'm really hoping that she's going to come out with a autumn and a winter one, and I am fairly confident I will be stitching both of those based on how much I love the spring. So this was a start. I'm gonna flip it and start it over, I think, using the DMC. We'll see. So that was my last new start. I stitched a lot this month, even though I was so busy, but I don't know how I did it, honestly. I wanted to stitch more. I didn't get to everything that I wanted to do. All right, so I do kind of want to talk about a couple of things. Oh, and I have giveaway winners. You know, of course it's May. Everyone's been talking about Mania. You know, when it comes to stitching, and I've mentioned this before, I just want to do my own thing. I want to stitch what I want to stitch when I want to stitch it. So it's hard for me to commit to something like that global. This is why I also kind of backed out of the Halloween wreath sale that I was working on. One, I don't love the pattern, but two, I don't want the pressure. So when it comes to Mania, and I know you can do your own thing, but I'm definitely not doing the 31 starts this month. I think that's originally how Mania started, and then people kind of adapted it. But I will, I think, start. I have a few patterns here that I'm going to show. I will not be starting all of these, but I do want to start, you know, one or two patriotic pieces. And I think the first one that I'm going to show, and I showed this last year in one of my videos, is the Patriotic Pinwheel Parade by Artful Offerings. This is so cute. I can't even with the cuteness. I do have all the thread. I haven't pulled them out yet to show you. I pretty much kept everything, but I am going to darken up the red. The red called for Fire, I think. Yeah, Weeks Dye Works Fire, and it was a little too bright for me. So I'm going to darken that up. But I think I'm fairly confident I'm going to be starting this month because I just love it. It's really cute. I love the little pinwheels. I'm not sure what I love the most, the bunnies, the pinwheels, or this little one hanging off the wagon here, or the one with the bow. That's so cute. So that one I'm pretty confident I'm going to be starting. You know I won't have it done though for May, but that's okay. I also have been debating about starting, I love Brenda Gervais, Patriotic Poppies. I'm sure you guys have seen this. I think it's pretty popular. I think, let me see, is this the colors? Do I have the colors here? Yeah, these are the colors for Patriotic Poppies, and I think I'm going to stitch it on, I have another scrap of Wren. I feel like all of my projects are going on Wren lately. Really pretty. So I might start that one too because I do have everything I need. So that's an option. And I have also thought about starting Plum Street Samplers, Liberty Lodge. I forget who I saw stitch this. And it was really cute. I love the eagle up there. And I do have the called for threads. I don't have a fabric though, but I haven't looked through my stash either to see. So that's an option. I don't want 4 starts though, so I really have to decide. And the last one is Land of the Free by Willow Hill Samplings. This is like pretty muted. It's not your typical, you know, bold red, white, and blue, but I really like it. I love those birds. I love the trees and all the houses. And the saying is, the land of the free because of the brave. So this is a definite contender as well. And I know I had pulled, I wanted to see what I had in stash. This was a while ago to start this. And if I do it, I think I'm going to stitch it on this fabric, which is a 36 count. Yeah, 36 count brown sand by X Jus Designs. Let's see if I can show the pattern. It's not the called for fabric, but man, is this so pretty. And then I didn't have all of the called for colors, so I kind of did a little my own conversion, which is scary for me. I don't usually do my own thing. I don't want to have to think about it. Someone did all the work of designing it. So I just want to stitch it and not have to think about it. These are kind of the colors I was thinking about. And if I do go forward with stitching this, I would, and people like it, I will be happy to share my color conversion. But we'll have to see. You know, this one's kind of close to the fabric color. This one's kind of close to the fabric color. So I don't know, we'll have to see. But that's also a contender as well. So many options, not enough stitching time. Oh, and I keep that. I don't know if I've ever shown this before. I bought this last year. I know I've talked about her bags before. It's, I think her name's Melanie. Yeah, Melanie with Farmhouse Needleworks on Etsy. She creates these beautiful bags. And all of her bags come with these little thread beds. I love them. They're so well made. I love thread beds. I hate all the little scraggly threads hanging out all over. So if I can stick it in one spot, it makes me happy. So, I don't know, guys. So much stitching to do. So we'll see. We'll see what I pick. I am excited because my husband promised me that we could stop at a cross-stitch store down in Florida near where we're going to be, because I don't have a local LNS. The closest local LNS is like 2.5, 3 hours from me, which someday maybe I'll get out there. Okay. So I wanted to talk about, I showed you the Spring Fling by Brenda Gervais. She also came out with All Bundled Up. These have been out for a while. And Gone Batty, both of which I would like to start this year. But this is the one I wanted to ask. You know, I will be doing this 1/1 because I'll use a higher count fabric. So I would like a little bit thicker thread, and I wondered if anyone had any suggestions. I mean, I love the Spring Fling, but the bunny is a little, you know, he could have been a little bit more pronounced, I think. But I did not want to do 2/2. And, you know, this is same kind of concept. I will use a darker fabric, though, so that the white pops more. Oh, I actually might use a gray. I think that would be pretty. So let me know if you have any idea of some kind of thread that might be a little bit more full coverage than a single strand of DMC or a fancy floss. Let me know. Now, I didn't get to show this in the market haul because I couldn't find the pattern, but this is a new design by Stacy Nash called The Wonderful Life Pin Keep Drum. Love this. And then in the back, It's a Wonderful Life. I've never done a drum. So we'll see about that. White house with the red door reminds me of my house. Although we don't have a red door, but our house is a white colonial, so it reminds me of that. And then I did get a little bit of haul. I ordered this pattern by Thistles called Happy Fall, y'all. I know it's not even summer and I'm ordering fall patterns, but I will stitch anything anytime. So I couldn't resist. Look how cute. I love the crows. I know people, I mean, I like crows. I know they're like not the favorite bird, but I do like seeing them. So I love the crows and his big pumpkin belly and then the little row of pumpkins by the picket fence. And I've never stitched anything by Thistles. I thought this was really sweet. And it's a, you know, pretty small, I think. I don't know, 109 by 125. So it wouldn't be a major investment for me to commit to, time-wise, for me to commit to doing this. I could just pick it up, throw in a couple threads, and eventually it would get done, right? And then I could not resist this one as well. I would love to see this finished. If anyone has stitched this, let me know. Sorry for the crinkling. This is also by Thistles called Make It Bloom. And I do want to start this summer. Look how sweet this is. Oh my gosh, those big flowers and the sweet little quilts hanging out. My mom is an avid gardener. I do love gardening, but not like my mom. My mom has a lot more time than I do, so I was thinking maybe of stitching this for her, knowing that someday it would come back to be in my house because I love it too. So that was really cute. All DMCs. That's kind of nice. DMC really has some beautiful colors. I have to come up with a better system of organizing mine though. Right now I have them just in a wicker basket. So when I want to pull out threads, I have to like go through each one and look at the number. It's a teeny bit time consuming. So that really is all the haul that I have. I do want to talk about giveaways. I'm sorry, I have to grab a quick drink. So last video, I had 3 giveaways. Nobody claimed them. So I'm going to give them one more chance. Hopefully they see this video and email me so that I can get these out to them. And I think going forward, because I tend to only do videos, you know, every 4 weeks-ish, maybe 3, but usually 4. I think if someone hasn't contacted me within that month time frame, then I will re-offer as a new giveaway, because it can get really confusing and time consuming to try to go back to that video to pick a new winner. So if you like the videos, you know, please hit subscribe, hit the notification. This is really important. Hit the notification button, the little bell, and then make sure you hit all for the notifications so that, you know, when a video pops up, you can come back and check and write down that you've, make a little note that you've actually entered the giveaway, because I know I've done that before. I've kind of forgotten who I've entered giveaways for, what giveaways I've entered. So that way you'll remember to, like, hey, at least, even if you don't watch the video, just come back and, you know, scroll through to the end and see if you won. So Janice Kramer won Oz. This was the thread and the pattern. So Janice Kramer, if you see this video, please email me so I can get this out to you. I'll give, you know, this time I'll give everyone the extra month, but starting next month, it'll just be a new draw. Connie Dahlgreen, you won Summertime. So please email me your address. You have to be 18 to win. I have to legally be able to obtain your address. Please be a U.S. resident. I would love it if you would be a subscriber. So Connie, please email me. And then the last giveaway from 2 videos ago was Harvest, Sophia Lucero. So Sophia, if that's you, please email me so I can get this out to you. Okay, and then for my video last time, video number 14, I had 2 giveaways. The first was for these 2 designs by Ardith Designs, the Blue Heron and the Maryland Blue Crab. They're both full kits. And that winner, let me pull up my phone here. Gallery, let's see. That winner is Helen A. I'm sorry, Helen A. Your little helper is adorable. All the best for your kitty. That is something not pleasant, but certainly needed. Little Dolly had to get spayed, which she did get. She's doing great. There were no problems. Love the 2 Blue Heron samplers. So Helen A., please email me your address and I will get these out to you. You guys, just remember though, I will be gone. So nothing will be going out in the mail for over a week. All right, Helen. And then the next winner, I am so excited because this viewer has won from me before, I think recently, Julie McLean. She writes, great floss tube, thanks so much. Heron is beautiful stitch and darling pattern. Lemonade, your stitches are so nice. Happy birthday to Haley. So Julie, you won the Needles and Hoops stamped cross stitch. If you haven't watched watch a couple videos prior, you'll understand why I'm giving this away. It's the cutest little thing. Julie, I am pretty sure I still have your email address. So I am going to check in a little bit later this afternoon. I will email you. And if you don't get an email from me, though, definitely email me. Or if your address has changed, email me because I want to get this out to you. And girl, go buy a lottery ticket. You're so lucky. I have never had someone, I know the same person win on 2 different occasions. That is amazing. So the stars are aligned for you. But anyways, I'm really excited to get this out to you. I think that's it. I'm so sorry for Haley was a little squirrely this morning. She is super excited to go on a plane and go on vacation. So she's a little bit excited. So I apologize for the chaos. She's a kid. I shouldn't apologize. She's a kid. It is what it is. But I know sometimes it can be maybe a little annoying for some viewers to see. But she is my little helper and I love having her on the videos. Just not so much today. Anyways, happy stitching. I will be back in a month or so, hopefully less actually, because I'm really excited to finish that Stacy Nash Jenny. I have the cutest idea for a finish and I hope it comes together. So, and if I do get to an LNS in Florida, I will definitely have some haul to share because I'm not going in a store and not coming out with anything. So I'll be excited to share that. anyways, I hope everyone is enjoying themselves. Hopefully, if you're in the colder climates, your weather is starting to get a little nicer. It's pretty cold here still. It's only about 40, 45, kind of rainy and drizzly, but that's okay. I don't mind it. And certainly it'll be warm. It might be a little bit of a culture shock in Florida. When I last checked, it was about 88 or 89 down there, so it's a good chance I'm going to die from that heat, but that's okay. We should still have a good time. So happy stitching, everyone, and I will see you soon. Take care.